welcome back to the channel. This is Buckin' Life Off-Road and I'm AJ. Today I'm going to be running a trail called the Hellgate Wilderness. At least that's how it's labeled on OnX. It's also known as the Morgan City Wash, which begins right here. Now this run begins off of Castle Hot Springs Road, which directly behind me is right up over that small hill. You can see the power lines. That's Castle Hot Springs Road. So I entered in right there. Now this run is a 12-mile long trail, not very long, which borders the Hells Canyon Wilderness, which is part of the Bradshaw Mountain Range. Now this run not only starts on Castle Hot Springs Road, but it's also going to end there. Now if you know this area and you live in Arizona, you know that we're on the west side of Lake Pleasant. So Castle Hot Springs Road heads north above Lake Pleasant, and then it cuts west and ends up in Morristown. So all we're gonna do is kind of take a little shortcut and cut on through the wilderness area. Technically we won't be in a wilderness area, we'll be riding along the border of it. So I am gonna be able to fly my drone, which is a bonus. All right, so I'm aired down, let's go have some fun. Come along for the ride with me. Now, in case you were wondering, this trail is also known as the Morgan City Wash, just in case you had any questions about that. Here's a nice little find, an old abandoned structure. Could be an old homestead or an old miner's cabin. Obviously all that's left is the foundations. It is always fun exploring little areas like this though. Here's another part to that area, an old abandoned corral. Looks like a double corral. I wish people wouldn't leave trash like this. Really annoying. I mean, there's just trash everywhere. Guys, when you come out to the desert or the woods or anywhere you go, please pack out what you bring in. Don't be that person. Don't leave your trash laying around everywhere. I mean, number one, it's disgusting. Number two, it's kind of a shitbag move, if you don't mind me saying. You know, just don't do it. Can you just respect the land and keep it clean for everyone else to enjoy? I mean, it's really not difficult. It's just one of those things. Be a good person. This looks like an interesting cropping of trees. Wow. Looks like at one point this might have been struck by lightning and got set on fire a little bit, because it does look a little burned. And it looks split down the middle. You can tell if that did happen with lightning, it happened a long time ago. Normally I would try to pick up a lot of that trash, but I left the house in such a hurry this morning I did not bring a trash bag with me. I always try to at least pick up some trash along the way. Sometimes though there's just so much, it would take you hours to clean up. So we have an intersect right here. This is actually part of the Hieroglyphic Mountains Loop, which I have run before, and I'm sure some of you have also. We're not going to be on the Hieroglyphic Mountains Loop very long, because it runs both ways. It runs to the straight and to the left there. Just for a short period of time we'll be on the Hieroglyphic Mountains Loop, which is an absolutely great trail, by the way. All right, so let's move on. That peak you see off in the distance is called Pikes Peak and has an elevation of 3,127 feet. Now it has been just about a month now since my last trail ride, and I have been itching to get out. So I'm glad I came out today, just to kind of recharge my trail riding batteries, if you want to say it that way. I usually don't like to go more than a couple weeks without running a trail. So glad I came out today. Very, very easy so far, by the way. Now, according to OnX, the Morgan City wash continues that way. So it looks like we're going to be climbing out of the wash now and heading uphill a little ways, up through the Bradshaw Mountains. Okay, so what you're looking at now behind me is all the Hell's Gate Wilderness area. It's a very small wilderness area, but it's the Hell's Gate Wilderness area nonetheless. But it absolutely is very beautiful. Some great views. You can see we climbed out of the wash, obviously. So we're going to start following these little ridge lines up through the Bradshaws. This is a very beautiful area though. Especially that area out there. Way up in the distance, you can see all those peaks. Gorgeous. so far we have run 10.7 miles of this 12.5 mile long trail, and the part I'm on now is by far the best part of the trail. Wash is great and all, you know, but it's a lot more fun when you have ups and downs and tight turns and, you know, just a little bit more diverse terrain than just wash. But the whole way has been great. I've run this whole trail in two-wheel drive. So, and you can bring any stock, Jeep, Bronco Sport, whatever, what have you on this trail. You won't have any issues. So I didn't run into any areas that required high clearance, or super high clearance anyway. There are some optional obstacles you can do on this trail though. So you might need some four-wheel drive and high clearance for those. But other than that, you know, this trail is it's easy peasy. A lot of fun though too. Now I have been extremely busy lately with work, home projects, etc. So the reason why I chose this run today is it's close to home, it's not very long, and that makes it perfect for what I was looking for today. I just wanted to squeeze out a trail run. There are some gorgeous views. So this little area behind me is the Horse Creek Trailhead. Obviously it's closed to motor vehicles, but I just wanted to stop and check it out really quick. It does have some gorgeous views. This does look like a beautiful hike. I'm not exactly sure how far in it goes, but I'm sure it goes in a good ways. And even though I didn't hike the trail, I even signed the register. Let's move on. This is an excellent run. If you live in North Phoenix, Peoria, North Glendale, anywhere near Lake Pleasant, this is a really nice run to come out and do if you don't have all day to do a trail ride. This would also make an excellent night run because there isn't too much you have to worry about. There aren't any major obstacles or things of that nature. I didn't get any Arizona pinstripes. And I think a night run out here would be an absolute blast. I've only been out here for 2 hours since the start of the trail, so like I said, it's really quick. The trail itself stops where you can view Hellgate Peak, and it continues out to Castle Hot Springs Road. Like I always say, just because it's easy doesn't mean it's not fun. All right, so right there behind me is Hellgate Mountain with an elevation of 3,304 feet. Trail comes out Castle Hot Springs Road just right up the way here. But what a beautiful area. Absolutely happy I ran this trail today. It's short, it's sweet, it's close to home, and it's definitely worth it. Now, seeing as though this trail isn't really out in the middle of nowhere, I mean, it's fairly close to civilization, I have not come across one single other vehicle the whole day. I expected to see at least a side-by-side or something, but nope, negative. It wouldn't be a trail ride in Arizona without seeing some cows. Hi guys. Have a good day, guys. Stay in that shade. Alright, here's Castle Hot Springs Road. And even Castle Hot Springs Road it's a fun route to travel too if you get nothing better to do and you just want to have a nice long easy trip down a dirt road, getting some nice views and some scenery. Castle Hot Springs Road is definitely a good one to do it on. Now when you come out to Castle Hot Springs, you can either go right, which is the way that I went, back towards Lake Pleasant, or you can take a left and that'll take you out towards Morristown. And you can see just how beautiful the views are out here in Castle Hot Springs Road. Castle Hot Springs Road is a graded, maintained road, so you can take any vehicle out here on Castle Hot Springs. Now just bear in mind, there are a lot of private residences out here on Castle Hot Springs Road. I'll zoom in so you can see, but that's a beautiful home right there. Imagine the views they have every day. So like I said, there's a lot of residences out here, so just try to keep your speed down. Now this intersection here, you can see the sign. Lake Pleasant's that way, 11 miles. Castle Creek Road goes this way. Now that way is the alternate way up to Crown King. Super fun route going that way. If you don't want to take the harder way, the back way to Crown King, the alternate way is just as fun in my opinion. Now this intersect right here is Champy Road. That'll take you over to the back way to Crown King. Lots of different ways you can go and explore out here, that's for sure. This area we're coming into is Castle Hot Springs, the resort. Very expensive to stay there. Obviously, you know, it's called Castle Hot Springs because it's got a natural hot spring, which they built an area around, and it's kind of like a pool, you know. Pretty amazing. I've never been in it myself, but I have seen pictures. It's a little bit more than I want to spend to stay at a resort with a hot spring. Here is the Castle Hot Springs Resort. Plenty of celebrities have come and stayed here. It is pricey. Of course, it also depends on how good of accommodations you want. They do have different levels. I'm sure it's beautiful. I'm not going to pay it though. And of course, if you're out near Lake Pleasant, you're definitely going to see some wild burro. Hello, cuties. Hello. I love the wild burro out here. Absolutely adore the burro out here. I want to go up to Oatman because they roam the streets of the town. They're all over the place apparently. So it's also on my list. Yes, the Hot Springs Resort. Now, even though I've been done with the Hellgate Wilderness Trail / Morgan City Wash, I usually don't stop filming until I hit pavement. And we're still on dirt, so the adventure continues. Turn off right there is the actual start of Backwater Crown King. All right, folks, as you can see, the adventure has ended. Time to air back up. It was a fun day. 2-wheel drive the whole way today. You know, really easy run. Great for day. Looks awesome for a night run. Great for group runs. Scenery is great. No complaints about the trail. Doesn't take all day to run it. And I really think you guys will enjoy it if you come on out there. So once again, thank you for joining me on Bucking Life, where I live my life one bucking adventure at a time. Catch you on the next one, guys.